Hey guys, it's Leo, and it's time to talk about episode 45 of HUGTTO PRECURE. This is the Christmas episode, and I felt like I had high expectations for this episode because my friend Guy told me that this was a very good episode. He cried a lot, he felt really emotional while watching it. And so, after watching the episode, I think that this episode really delivered everything I was expecting, and I felt really good watching it. I feel very happy because Christmas, to me, is a very special date, even though I feel very disconnected from Christmas this year. Christmas to me is that time when you connect with people, you reconnect with some people, you wish good things to your friends and to your family, you have like family gatherings and, you know, very good food and decoration and everything. But you know, I feel like love is the main thing about Christmas. Love is the main point about it all. I mean, you feel like it's that time in which you can show the love you have for people. And I feel like this year, especially like this part of the year, like the ending part of the year, October until now, has been really rough, especially here in Brazil. The climate here is really bad because of politics. And I feel like being who I am, I feel like I feel a little disconnected from some people that I thought were special, and I thought that I was special to them, you know? I feel like I feel very disconnected from lots of people, but at the same time, I feel connected to others, and I feel like new bonds are forming. And one of the things I have to thank is Precure, because, you know, Precure is always there for me, and Precure has always been a friend, and it's always been there in hard times. You know, I know it's just a kids show, but to me, and I know that it's not only me, you know, it's for lots of different people. It means a lot, and it means, it has a very deep meaning. And I think that this episode showed that. In this episode, we had a very stupid plot in which HUGTTO ended summoning Santa, and then the girls, they had to help Santa because Santa wouldn't be able to deliver the presents because he got sick. I mean, come on. But, you know, it was so goofy, and I completely loved it. I really did love the plot, even though it was kind of stupid. You know, I feel like this is such a HUGTTO thing to do. I really liked this part. And so the girls, they received the help of Dr. Trauma, and it's interesting because I thought that Trauma was his name until now, even though the suburbs used Traum for him. I don't know, I thought Trauma was his name, and now it's actually Traum because it means dream in German, and he explained it in this episode. So yeah, that's a very nice thing, that's a very nice touch, and I really liked that he was able to appear again and show himself a little bit more. But there was a very, another interesting thing. It was actually a thing that I noticed, and I don't really understand if I missed something in those episodes that Traum was purified, because when his storyline ended with Lulu, I thought they were in good terms, and Lulu was excited to be able to create a bond with him, a family bond with him. I thought that that's when things ended for them. But when he appeared in this episode, Lulu seemed distressed. She didn't want him there. And that's a very Lulu thing as well. That's part of her personality, even though she's an android, that's part of her personality. But I felt like she would be a little bit happier to see him, but she wasn't. She wanted him to go away. And I understand that she might feel distressed because of the things he did when he was a villain, but at the same time, I thought that they ended on a good note when, in Lulu's episode, some episodes ago, I thought that they ended on a good note, and it didn't really seem like that. But, you know, I feel like this is the thing that I didn't really enjoy in this episode, but there were some very nice moments that warmed my heart. You know, it was very nice seeing the girls delivering presents to people. You know, they delivered presents to children. They even helped a child that was feeling very sad and lonely in Christmas. And, you know, I know how that feels, and feeling lonely and feeling not loved because people around you have lots of responsibilities. So I don't know. I feel like this is something that everyone can relate to, you know, especially in those special dates. Sometimes we feel lonely and we feel like people are not giving us enough attention. And sometimes we think like, oh, they don't love us enough. And, you know, that resonated with me. But at the same time, the way Hannah talked to her and Hannah told her, yeah, your parents love you. Your parents really believe you're special. And it was a very nice thing to do to a child. And it was funny when they delivered present to Papru and her boys. You know, I feel like those little touches there, oh my God, I loved it. And, you know, Saya's moment with her mother was also very beautiful. Oh my God. I think that, and also another very funny moment was when Harry was talking that he was a mouse, and Homare like, I got you, you finally admitted you're a mouse, and then he tried to talk about something else. You know, I feel like that was a very nice moment, especially for Homare after everything she went through with Harry. Like, they're reconnecting as friends now, and that's a good thing, and I'm glad that they had this little moment. I feel like the only character that got a little lost in this episode was Emiru. She didn't really have like that little special moment for her. And it would be nice to see her family, you know, around her and celebrating Christmas together with her. But we didn't have that moment with Emiru. And I don't know why, but I feel like it was a missed opportunity for this episode. But the Precure part of this episode was with Jealous. We finally have Jealous releasing her full power and noticing that her time is almost up. And this is the bad part of this episode for me. You know, I feel like every time a villain got a power up and became super powered, it was a special moment in HUGTTO. But, you know, we had big fights or at least a nice happening. Like when Papuru became like strong, Black and White appeared. When Charlie became strong, the girls got their melody swords. Who else? When Daigon died, it was a moment when Kira Anji was able to use her healing powers for the first and probably the last time. You know, I feel like every time we had a big moment in the season, like with Dr. Trauma, we had all of the cures gathering for his big boss fight. Even for Jealous's Kohais, you know, it was when they got a power up, wasn't it? I don't remember very well. Oh, or was it when Amour and Mashiri appeared? I don't remember. But with Jealous, you know, I feel like it was a little rush. I mean, they needed to get rid of her. So let's get rid of her already. So let's just throw it away and no fight at all. I mean, there was no fight at all in this episode. And I feel like this is a very missed opportunity. Another missed opportunity. A very big missed opportunity. Because HUGTTO has so much potential when it comes to fights, but they're not delivering anything. You know, HUGTTO isn't delivering anything, at least in this last half. I mean, HUGTTO already delivered the best fight in the Precure history with the All-Stars fight. Okay, yes, I get it. They really did. But now, what is going on? I mean, the Precure part in this episode was... I don't even know. But, you know, after it ended, I mean, when it was ending, you know, I really liked the two Kohais, the two Jealous Kohais appearing and, you know, giving her a little bit of the voice of reason. You know, they were showing her the voice of reason and she was able to wake up. She was able to, you know, okay, like I can listen to it now, and then the cures purified her. And I really liked seeing that because, you know, we were able to see both of them talking and working. And then they were remembering of Jealous and they were, you know, afraid that she wasn't going to take care of herself and all. But, you know, that was a very nice touch. And I think that Jealous's speech was also very important because I think that as we grow up, we start to see that our value changes in society. And I think that for women, that's a very important thing. That's a very, like, it probably is life-changing, especially in the society we live on. That beauty is very important, and being beautiful and being like thin and being young, it means a lot, especially when you're trying to to find love, that's a thing for women and for gays as well, I think. And, you know, I suffer with that. I'm 31 and I feel like I'm old now. And I'm not old. You know, when I think about it, I'm not old. But why do I feel like I am old? Why is it when we get 30 years old, we feel old already? I mean, some people, I see some people like, they're 25, 26, they're feeling old. Is it because of our community? Is our community that bad in this sense? I don't know, but I feel like, come on. And I feel like I totally understand where Joe's is coming from. I feel like I'm not even a woman. I feel like a woman would understand her even better. And I think that in Japan, this resonates even more. When you're growing up, you're feeling like your time is up. And I don't know. I liked her talk, and the one thing I didn't really like was that no one was able to look at her and say, come on, you're young, you can do lots of things. And there's no age limit for anything. I mean, for military, I think. But, you know, for general things in life, there's no age limit. Come on. I'm a fan of Little Mix, for example. They're more for teenagers. And when I see like the fans, they're mostly teenagers, but I am a fan. You know, I'm 31. They're coming to Brazil next year, and I really want to see them. I really want to see Little Mix, but you know, I feel like there should have been like the other side of this in this episode, and it really kind of didn't. But I feel like the fight itself, a big letdown. It was the only letdown of this episode. And so everything was okay at the end. They had a Christmas party. We were able to see Anri together with Masato. And it was so cute seeing them together again. It was so cute seeing Anri, you know, being able to develop himself again. And he is feeling great, even though he has this problem with his feet. And I don't know, I'm just in love with everything about this season. And you know, that last moment when they took a picture, we were able to see so many nice characters, and we were able to see that woman who's a decorator, and she sometimes appears in some of the episodes, and I'm like, oh my god, she was even invited to their Christmas party. We obviously had Paparu, and I'm happy. Every time she appears, I'm happy. You guys know that. But it was also very nice, that last scene, they were all happy with the party itself, and we saw George at the other side. You know, we saw George, he was painting a very beautiful, there was a very beautiful painting, and he was painting it all in white. I was like, oh my god. George is scary as hell, and next episode, things will get even scarier. Unfortunately, next week we won't have HUGTTO, so episode 46 is only in January. January 6th is the first, is the next HUGTTO episode. But anyways, guys, I think that was all I wanted to say about this episode. I think I'm probably missing something because there were so many things happening. Oh my god, the reindeer. The way the reindeer was saying Merry Christmas, like a scary Merry Christmas. I love this season so much. It's gonna be hard saying goodbye to HUGTTO, even though I am very excited for Star Twinkle. Anyways, guys, we will see each other very soon this week for our next countdown when the websites update on Star Twinkle, and I'm very excited to that. And obviously, we're gonna talk about lots of things, lots of new stuff, lots of new information from the new season, which is starting in February. We're very close. Anyways, guys, that was it. Please leave a comment with your opinions on episode 45, and let's keep our talk in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.